What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining my channel, Robinhood. This is Bob. In today's video, guys, we are going to go over week 22 of my 52-week, $15,000 dividend option strategy, and also my new moves that I made and what I plan on doing moving forwards. So let's get started. If you guys have not been following my channel, at least the last couple of videos, I did end up selling all of the stocks that I had. I sold about $102,000 of stocks of my own money and $102,000 of margins that I've been using. So right now my portfolio value is at $102,620.42. I have one option open. I will go over that in a minute, but reason being is I was already up $40,000 for 5 months, and I felt that that was my 2-year time period to hit the end of next year. And I do feel that the market may have a small pullback with the third quarter coming. I'm not going to say a crash, but I would say at least a 5 to 10% correction. Worst case scenario, I would say it could go up to 20%, but that's just my opinion, and this is why I did that for myself. But I still will be selling put options at a very, very safe pick at a strike price, and I'll go over with that either in this video or later on in the next video. But I did disable my margins as well. If I do feel comfortable enough to buy back in, I will enable my margins, only if I find it to be a great buying opportunity. So let's check out how my week went. It was actually a pretty crazy week. So the day itself, you can see that I'm up $5,237.90. I did a crazy move just before I sold all of my stocks. I don't really know why I did it or why I risked that much money, but I'll kind of show you my thoughts behind that. So I actually was down to $94,601 at one point, but it did turn around, so I did end up being in the green, 5.38%. If we check out the week, I'm up $5,407.92. The month is $18,830. That's 22%. The 3 month, and this is, like I said, another reason why in 3 months I'm up $35,722. That's 53% up in 3 months. 3 out of the 5 months I've been doing my weekly options and weekly challenge. The 1 year, I'm up $48,928. If you guys have been following this chart here, I did make a risky move here in October, and I lost about $25,000 at this point. So I know how it feels to win. I know how it feels to lose huge. So all time, guys, I'm up $42,648. So I'm up 71.12%. So that, in my eyes, is amazing. I started this in September of 2019. So to be up 71% in about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, I'm more than happy with that at this moment. But like I said, I still will be selling puts to make extra income. Let me just show you real quick on the week of these two dips here. I told you guys I was going to be selling puts with Ford. Ford went all the way up here on the 27th to about 1450, and I felt that they were overbought, and I felt that 1450 they would stop growing the price and it would go down, and I was completely wrong. So if we check out the orders that I had, I could have been at a huge loss here. As you can see here, guys, I did sell puts on Ford at an expiration date of 7/2 at a $14 strike price. So on the 27th, I did 100 contracts at $66. So it cost me $6,600 to do this. And I assumed that Ford would not be going any higher. Not even 15 to 20 minutes later, it went up another 25 to 30 cents. So I wanted to dollar cost average. So I bought 50 more contracts at $64 strike price. And remember, when you're buying puts, you want the stock to go down so the price would go up, so I can sell this at a profit. And then maybe an hour later, it broke $15. So I bought $150 contracts at 56. Later on, I did 50 contracts at 55. I did 150 at 51. And then this is all in one day. I did 100 more contracts at 49. So I bought it at 66 and at the high and 49 at the low. And I had 600 contracts at this moment. So I was about $30,000 in at this point, maybe a little more. And then on the 28th, it still went up. Like pre-market, it was at 15, like 18. And I was getting worried, but I knew that I had it still kind of dollar cost average. I was waiting for it to hit the peak. So I did 150 more contracts at $45. I was about $36,000 to $38,000 invested in this. So basically almost all the profits I made this year so far, I invested and risked it on forward. But luckily I did do this play. Like I said, my average cost was at 66. So this brought my average cost about 54. So I was able to unload I ended up having 750 shares at this time. And for some reason, you're only allowed to sell 200 contracts each time. So I was able to sell all 750 contracts at a $55 premium, making about $1,000 off this option. So if you guys are looking at the portfolio and you see how bad it went down and fluctuated, like I said, down to 94,000, that's about $8,000 down that I was in the forward options. And it turned around really quickly. Like it dropped, I could have actually made another $3,500 on top of this, but I was just happy to be in the green at that point. So let's check out the weekly options. If you look here, guys, with Tesla was actually going up really crazy. So I did lose money on these premiums, but I made a good amount of money on the stocks. So I did have to buy this one out, and I lost $815 on this option play. I did it again at a higher strike price, but since I'm buying them out and I was selling all my shares, I bought this out at a loss again at negative $265. And then with Tesla, like I said, I'm trying to sell some puts on Tesla. I sold this on the day it expired, and I sold it like at 130, and I picked $30 less than where it was at, and I still made $41 off of it. I know it's not a lot of money for holding up $60,000, but for hour, a couple, like 2 hours, you paid me $41 thinking that stock was going to go down $30. I feel that it's still good. So I made $41 off of that. With AT&T, I did buy them back for $2. I could have let it expire, but I wanted to sell the shares on Friday, so I bought it back for $2, making $55 here. With Alibaba, I was able to sell a call. I made $65 here. I picked a lower strike price when I bought it back to make an extra $59. And then I did sell a put here. So I'm going to try to do sell puts for Alibaba and Tesla throughout the rest of the week. I will go over a couple examples on Monday. And then when I do my sell puts, I'll do a video and show you what I actually get out of it. So with Alibaba, I sold a put, and this was about the same time, 130 on Friday. I picked $4 strike price less. They paid me $5 per one, which is not a lot of money, but for the time of it, to do it on the expiration date, just to get anything out of it was good with me. So I made $10 off of that. And if you guys haven't been paying attention to Bumble, I called it that they were going to go up, but I had no idea they were going to go up that much. They went from $40 to $48 within 10 days, which is crazy. I sold out way too early. I'll go over that with you in a little bit, but I still made money overall. I did sell a call. I made $50 here. I did the same thing, and I had to buy it back because Bumble was going up so fast, so I lost $160 off of the option side, but I did make pretty good amount of money on the stock side. With Apple, I made $24. I bought it back, and I did a lower strike price for $36, and then I did it one more time for $40. With Microsoft, I did $28. I bought it back, and I did a lower strike price. I actually lost money on this one just because I wanted to sell it on my own terms, not let it expire and me sell it at that time. So $70 off of this I lost, but I did another one prior to this one, and I made $93. Realty Income, I bought that back. It did fall a pretty good amount, so I did lose $30 off of this, but I was down, I believe, like $150 at one point, maybe $200 at one point. Smile Direct, I did a video on these here, so I made $35, and then I made $14, and then I broke even. And with that forward play, like I said, I had 750 contracts with an average cost of $53.67, So I sold it at 55. So I made $998. And this kind of saved me to be in the green. But this could have been down. Like I said, I was down $8,000 at one point. So not going to do that again. And this one here is a oral pill that they're trying to come out with for the COVID vaccine. They're supposed to have a big meeting on the 4th of June. So I did this expiration June 11th. I'm down pretty good with it right now, but I'm either going to do very well with it or do very awful, because after the 4th, whatever news, good or bad, it comes with, it'll go up or down, and I will sell out of it either on the 4th or the next time that I can sell out of it. So after everything is said and done with all the options, my options has not been the greatest, to be honest with you, amount that I want, but I was able to at least stay in the positive at 119. So let's look at the long-term dividend. I'm not going to change this because I do plan on buying back into this when I feel comfortable to buy back in. So I'm going to keep this the same. But if you at least just look here, total investment, $197,747 is what I did total investment. And remember, I've only had these stocks for like 10 days. So I sold all of it for $204,794. So I was able to make about it's about $7,000 off of this. So $7,000 in 10 days just off the stock side. I'm more than happy with that. And if you look at it here, guys, I broke down on what price I sold the stock at the time. So I sold Tesla at 621.64, Realty Income at 68.20, AT&T at 29.62. Microsoft at 250.84, Alibaba at 213.08, Apple at 124.92, and Bumble at 43.82. It went up to $48, so I definitely could have made another $800 off of this thing. But I did make $734 in 10 days off of the lowest stock that I had amount of equity in there. But like I said, I'm not going to be greedy. It is what it is. But like I said, off Tesla overall, I made $3,757. Realty Income made $1,350, AT&T $540, Microsoft $700. I lost $4 on Alibaba, but I made it back on the options. Apple, I lost $64. I am down a little bit on the options overall with Apple, but it's only a few bucks. I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, Bumble, I'm up $737. So total in the stocks that I've made in the 22 weeks that I've been doing this is $34,374. I would have never thought that this would be this high on the stock side. I assumed I would make 10 grand, 15 grand, maybe at the most on the stock side. But to be up $34,374 on the stock side, I'm more than happy with that. So we look, so right here, this is the price target I'm looking to buy back in. If it never goes to these prices, I'll still be making premium off of selling puts. So selling puts, I'm trying to get as low as $350 a week and as high as $12.50 a week, in that range. Depending on how the stock is, I'll be more safe. If it's green, I'll be more safe. If it's really red, I'll take a little bit more risk with it. But I'll go over that video with you. I'll probably do one on Monday just to kind of give you some options. And on Tuesday, I'll probably pull the trigger and do them, and then show you realistic numbers that I'm having, at least a range. So with the option side here, I lost $1,039 on the option side, but if you look here, just the week before, I made $3,100 selling options. So I'm down $2,000 on options, but I'm up $3,700 on this. I'm almost up $6,000 with Tesla itself in 10 days. So I can't be too mad at that. I lost $30 with Realty Income, but I basically broke even for the weeks. AT&T, I'm up $55, so that's about $75 for AT&T. Microsoft, I'm up $81 overall, $51 last week. Alibaba, I did $134. Even though I'm down $4 here, I'm up for the most part. So Apple, like I said, I lost $64. I lost $9, but I made $60, so I basically broke even. With Bumble, even though I did lose on the option side, if you subtract it from the $737, I'm still up about $627. So that's roughly about 8% up. So 8% up on a stock that I had for less than 2 weeks. I'm more than happy with that. And like I said, with the options, I made $119. So if we scroll down here, guys, I did not put any money into May. So May has been the first month I put no money, and in June I don't plan on putting any money for the rest of the year. But if some stimulus comes or some money swings my way, then I possibly can go in there if I want to buy more. But for the most part, I have $100,000 to play with, and I have $100,000 with options if I decide to do that. So if you look here, guys, total margins right now is at $679. Total stock is at $34,374. Option dividend side, I made $6,695. So total that I've made in 22 weeks, which I'm absolutely happy with, is $40,390. So like I said, $40,000 was the 2-year mark. End of next year was what I was trying to get $40,000 with, or at least to hit my $100,000 mark. So I'm already there, and like I said, I'll go over a video on Monday with you guys to see my new game plan here. I still want to get to $15,000 with the dividend option. If I do hit that sooner than later, I will update the price target for that as well. So if you guys have been paying attention or watching my videos and following me, please definitely hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. I'm trying to get to my 500 subscription goal. I'm almost there. Thank you guys for supporting me. Hopefully you guys will still follow me, even though honestly my stocks and my strategy has been changing 2 or 3 times since I've been doing the videos. But stay with me because I do plan on selling options. So I'm just giving you a lot of different dimensions on making money with the stocks. And I'm learning with you guys as well. I'm no professional, but for the most part, I'm happy where I'm at. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.